There's a fire that burns inside. It's an instinct that never lies. The target's tattooed between our eyes. Stand and fight under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away. Just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only two options, win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Not destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply. Ignite. There's a power that's underneath, and you can't see it till you believe. On the edge of infinity. Feel the rush under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away. Just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only two options, win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Not destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply. Ignite. It went from a spark to an open flame. Not destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
To Exalted.
Yes. Oh, it happened naturally and organically.
Oh, shit. I mean, in such a way in that we learned to feed off of each other. Spitball, so to speak.
Spitball.
So to speak. To speak. Look at all those emotes. Oh, yours
yes,
haven't been
Classic.
approved yet, I guess,
Crosshair.
John?
I don't know.
They've been so overwhelmed by
Yeah.
requests. I think like it took 2 weeks. I think for
It's
mine.
you ages.
Oh, thanks, Aragwin. Sure, it's a little different today.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, 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 beep.
Whereas I, of course,
Scott
am not.
really changed up his look.
Shut up.
Hey, he's wearing
Oh.
his purple fancy shirt. It's
Well,
so
that was.
fancy.
I had a brief moment where I
I
was
feel
like,
like that must be so hot.
it's a
and
little
uncomfortable.
warm ATM. I gotta tell you. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Okay.
If I start overheating, it's coming.
Loose the
right now.
undershirt and just have the deep V.
This actually doesn't close anymore. Oh, now it does. It's here.
Oh,
it's
you
around the
lost-
chest when it's really like tight, and I was like,
Too
"Excuse
barrel
me?"
chested.
Apparently.
That's okay. You can just have a super deep V. Show all the chest
What?
hair.
What are you guys talking about?
Hi,
Deep
John.
V.
Scott's
Hi,
attire.
John.
We're commenting on his clothing because
And my deep V.
we're,
Uh.
taking back Hollywood or something.
Ergun,
So tell me
please.
about the deep motivations of your character, Liz.
Well, it all started when she was a child.
But Scott, I see you're wearing a purple shirt tonight.
Yeah!
Yeah!
That sounds about right.
I mean, Scott can take off his shirt whenever he likes. It's in his contract.
That is true, actually.
It's in every contract of his.
I just need to be able to take off my shirt anytime. It's my rider. Some people have like a safety clause.
Sexy for my shirt.
I have a sexy clause.
Sexy.
Alright. Oh.
We're obviously in a super serial mood. By we, I mean me. I'm the one causing all the trouble.
Question for those out there watching. Do we look better or worse in low quality? Like 144p, as Mr. Davnek's pointing out. Thoughts, feelings? Let me know. Do I look better or worse pixelated? I'm just curious. I just look like a blob of face. I'm really into it.
They may be able to discern that you have eyes.
Classic Aragorn noticing right away, by the way.
Yeah, John, how's it feel to be free?
I admit that I prefer having you in headphones because you're nice and loud, but we're trying it. We're trying it.
For potatoes, you look pretty good.
I've always wanted to be a potato. Aww.
Well, my head looks like a big potato.
I would dig into that with some
What?
water. What? How are you doing? Because I am a potato.
Yes, for the save, Scott.
This is pretty good.
It was.
Insert
John's
GLaDOS
got a
potatoes reference that I can't get because I haven't played Portal 2
Wow! We're gonna do it.
right now.
Have we resolved the lighting situation from the catpocalypse? Elizabeth, over to you.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Great answer.
Yes, in the sense
Back to
that
you in
we
the
righted the lights, and I didn't murder them, so that's always a plus. Downside is all 4 of the bulbs inside the light broke. They all just snapped off in the collision, so...
Shoddy craftsmanship, that's what I have to say. We're kidding, obviously.
Generally, light bulbs aren't made to be kitty-proof.
Kitty-proof, if you will.
So let's just check in with the audience for a second here. Let's find out. Are the audio levels okay, considering that I had to change them slightly in order to make sure that, I could not wear headphones?
Do tell.
Wouldn't it be great if we pre-record... Sorry. I'm going to give away a possible, April Fool's gag for the future. We pre-record something with us.
Yeah.
And then we show up in that screen. Like, we walk off, and then we walk on here live. This is pre-recorded, and that's live. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Interesting. Ooh, louder than normal. Seems good indeed. That way you can turn your own volume down.
My voice is a little weird.
John, comments? Rebuttal?
Well, it's important that I find out eventually that I sound weird.
Right.
Could I say something in All Fates, Shadow, or Ember? I like how we have, say it in Ember. I don't know whether I am comfortable being an adjective as opposed to a noun.
Classic Ember.
Voice is
Trying to think of something.
bassy.
Oh.
Bass. How low can you go?
Bass, get on the floor.
What?
I don't know.
I'll amber you.
Ow.
Little
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
All right,
It's
let's see if I've killed the bass there.
You really embered all over the
About
place.
that bass. About that bass.
Oh,
No
you sound good to
problem.
me. Us.
Yeah, but actually, bass is
I don't
dead.
know what you mean by bass is dead.
I think
That's
Crosshair's
better.
saying that's a good thing.
Okay.
That the base is dead. You murdered the base with your
Wub,
bare
wub, wub,
hands.
wub, wub. Oh, I wanted to tell the chat, guys, we generally pre-stream, we roll some dice.
Ember me. Oh, I'm so
Oh, my-
happy.
That sounds a lot
Does that
more
mean
like
you're
you,
out-
but now you have to re-ember to confirm that it's still audible. How does that sound? Does that sound okay for Ember?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely sounds like that.
I have to go.
You'll be in your bunk?
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh dear, Onyx Path, you broke it.
Hello.
Probably Ian. Hi.
Hi, Ian.
If you dropped the bass, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a sound technician. I'm just a guy. I have swords though.
And a super hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super strong girlfriend.
Super strong girlfriend. That's
We're
the-
that
Break
obnoxious
you into
couple.
1,000 pieces,
yuck.
girlfriend.
Eyes of Light is not Ember,
Prom king and
No,
queen.
what?
as far as you know.
Beat up the ones who
No,
actually
John,
won.
no. Bad GM.
Rated.
You know, everyone's too afraid not to vote for you.
You're just upset because now Jorek is real by proxy.
A little bit.
Yeah, I
I
guess
wouldn't be
so.
mad about. I mean, yeah,
Wait.
just a guy out of sorts. I love it.
Should we give everyone the good news?
Oh yes, not my like dice rolling news because that's dumb.
Congratulations.
But
Kate, I think
wow,
you.
nope.
Oh, and congratulations back to you because the
Yeah,
three of us
all of
actually
us.
share
Oh,
this
yeah.
Thank you. Right,
this
Yeah.
joy together.
Yeah.
we're all getting. Can you imagine?
But you were the one who figured it out, so you should. tell them.
Well, no, actually,
Everett,
Scott.
calm down.
No, I think Scott sort of brought it up.
I did. You know, I was just thinking like I just need to like advance a little more in my life. You know, I need to like take the next step, take
Yeah.
the plunge. And
Yeah.
these two ladies were here, so we are after last session 55,
55.
Four.
This is 56.
Yes.
the Arsenal of Freedom. We hit Essence 5.
Achoo, 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 achoo.
Choo 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 choo.
Fuck.
John like pulls out a stack of papers. He's like, "Here are all my Essence 10 antagonists."
He's like, oh, I just have to add in 0 to everyone's stats. Like, not a dot, like an extra digit.
It's funny, like it adds 3 personal modes of essence, 7 peripheral modes of essence. More importantly, it unlocks a whole bunch of very powerful charms and
And
abilities.
boosts existing charms.
That's it. So almost all charms. That's not true. A
Mhm.
good chunk of charms have like a roll plus essence dice plus essence successes. It's like pretty. It's yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there. NETS down. We're getting there. Yeah.
My favorite thing in the entire world is this. These are 50 Velcro ties rolled up in a ball.
Wow. In the world, John. What a
More
dude.
than you, Scott.
Yikes. Hey.
That's saying a lot.
Oh.
It's okay. He can share them with you.
Ah. Ooh.
Well, you're Essence 5. I guess that's fair.
I guess. That's not true. True.
Are any of you doing anything because you're Essence 5 at this point? Any of you buying anything that you could not normally buy before?
Nope.
Just gonna party.
I look forward to being able to dump some, like, buy some.
to your death.
Oh God, no. Well, that's it, Aragorn. Anything that is not socialized, I look forward to being able to buy sweet ass charms and those things. So. Oh yeah.
Well, if things are going to happen that way, if that's how things are going to be, then we should probably find out what happened before so that we can find out afterwards. Thanks to Echoes Through Song, one of our duo moderators, Captain... Oh.
Scott, we're saluting with the other arm.
Yeah, but Kate's doing this. I was doing like a symmetrical thing. Well, I'm blocking your freaking face.
Where do you think my face is? I'm up here, man.
Salute points.
And
Well,
No bam.
So yeah, hi Captain Daff, and hi to our other moderator, she who knows 10,000 things. Let's hope they don't... Oh, they're going to try it again. This one they didn't fuck up. There you go.
better at that one. I've had more practice. Like a year more practice.
Next
So we'll
time.
be good in a year.
Next time, guys. It's gonna be great.
We can't have another moderator though. And we're gonna have to like smack ourselves in the forehead.
Damn it.
All right, here we go.
AP
Yeah,
error.
let's do it.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Last time on Exalted, Ray finds a kids' language primer and discusses future kids with Ember. Isolite and Jorek talk about Arjuf and the work that's been done to support the Solars. Silence reassures Val she made the right decision leaving 10k in Mahalago. Our heroes study Arjuf with Crest Exalted. They decide to disguise themselves as House Tepet. They head back to Nexus before going on to the Blessed Isle, because that worked out so well for them last time. Ray's first stop is Bacon Day's Pork Buns, which is still being rebuilt. They go shopping for blue clothes. Ray is difficult in the pants department. Back at the manse, they meet Exquisite Tide, who has a letter from Final Rush. In it, she wrote Ember's mum said she'd portray both daughters to strengthen one and save the other. Tide has taken steps to have Nexus rebuilt. Jorek speeds things along. Ray and Tide talk about their mother, then hug it out. Tide gives Ray one of her hair ribbons. Jorek flips through his old diary and finds a page with 8 circles, some cryptic directions, and a doodle of all fates. Alvor is much healed and lifts Ray in the air. He asks Jorek to keep an eye on Ray. Just one eye. He's been learning to read too, and Val translates Final Rush's letter for him. A guild member delivers Jorek a mysterious box. Inside, he finds a bunch of stuff that isn't his, and pokes through it anyway. There's gloves that stretch to fit his hands, with 4 metal circles in each palm. A sealed letter to 10k, a strange perfume, and a schematic with the same 8 circles. Will there be pork buns during Heartstand, or does Ray need to bring the entire Bacon Days with her? How does anyone expect to craft this technological terror? And is Isolite planning to betray Jorek at a crucial moment? Find out on Exalted now.
I take serious offense to that, Captain Daff.
Why would you take serious offense to that?
Because I can't stand being betrayed again.
Oh dear.
What do you mean again?
So yeah, we're experiencing an API error.
That would be Ankbot. Sometimes its updates break that function. So the next time you update it, it should be fine again. But yeah, it should just be on Ankbot's side.
We broke the system.
Yeah, it doesn't let me actually generate a new auth token.
Oh, as long as it's saving quotes, you can go back and just tidy up the quotes.
It got a little hot in the long sleeves.
Well, what it means is I think actually that's kind of a pain. Why are you doing that?
Why you do that?
The cursor's all effed up. Yeah. Oh, yep. That's good. Damn it, Annie. Damn it. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn it, come on.
What about your luscious hair?
I'm sorry, is that
moving.
Laurent Joseph Alain Marie Roger Darcy Saint Pierre de Hamel?
Dear
In
sweet
chat?
mother of
Because salut bonjour.
Salut, bonjour. I love it.
I had to.
No, of course. I saw the end of that conversation, but not the beginning when the actual names got dropped. It was no.
13th Respect Earth.
What
Nice.
is the
Join me in a hearty tabernacle.
what does the title say?
Session 56. Y'all gonna get
No,
fucked up
session
in here?
API error. I don't know.
That's a pretty cyberpunky kind of name.
Thanks, Twitch.
No, I see day 56 power play, so I think it's really just Ankbot being dumb.
You ready?
Ankbot.
You ready, Liz? You're the power and the play in the title.
Oh, thanks. Your power lay. Your power hooray and slay.
Power slay. Can't get my blood sugar crisps.
Yeah, it's just
You
Ankbot
can never get
being a
enough.
butt.
So good. I remember that. I have not thought about that yet.
You guys are weird.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Oh me, oh my.
Do you guys buy anything with your XP between sessions?
Nope, not this
No.
time. But I promise to update shortly because some intimacies have changed and some have been numbed, which may not come back ever because they wouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
If I like numbed them, then I need to like work to get them back. And
Why would you?
well, depending on what they are, I may not have to.
I have respect and thanks towards 10K. I have alliance with Starlight Dove. My foes will face me. We need to seed growth, and I know what is best. These are all things that I'd written down with question marks for a long time, and I decided screw it.
You're like, fuck it. We can have them.
They're all minor.
Go for
Nice.
it.
Let's do it.
Nice.
I'm gonna be so intimate. Wait a second.
We're gonna get real intimate tonight on Exalted.
Unlike last episode,
Yeah,
I
unlike
mean, like
last-
more so, because the War Manse is gonna have a bunch of bedrooms, because it's actually gonna be the man. John, just cut in when you're ready. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to.
we're vamping.
Yeah.
What is vexing, Aragorn?
Oh no, what's vexing?
I think she's trying to refresh the stream and it's not loading for her. So
Slash
she's
the-
watching it on the Twitch app.
The clipping function seems to be
No,
currently.
she wants to clip.
All's fair in
clippers.
love and war.
It's okay as long as you don't say you're going to angrily scissor anyone. You stick to clipping. It's all good. Don't be me. Don't use the wrong word.
Don't be like Kate, and then it cuts to your face with a big like over it. It's like one of those crappy political ads, you know.
Yep, no me.
Oh, good idea. I think Crossman
John?
makes a good point.
Oh, I know what's wrong.
Oh,
I know what's wrong.
Just takes off all his clothes. I
Oh
don't know why that's
my.
where my head went, but I was like, oh yeah, that makes
and
sense.
licks the monitor.
I mean,
I didn't do my traditional. You know what? We're good. We're good.
if John takes his clothes off first, then you won't be the one who gets the blame, right?
Scissor and
I'm gonna take my clothes off.
What?
Oh,
Huh? What?
so
Yeah, Twitch is messing up for me too now.
Yeah, I think Twitch may be having a difficult time.
Tabber balls.
So obviously we need to constantly hit the refresh button because that will definitely help the servers work,
Definitely.
right?
guys, we'll take your play
Get
of the
on
game
that.
nominations now. Twitch for having a great. No, I'm kidding. Anyone else play the game?
Twitch clips is down. Everything's going to hell. Oh, we're gonna crash.
I'd rather not. Whatever. The VOD can be super hot instead.
Hat.
Hat.
Cheeks, what does that mean?
She's
Someone
working
explain.
on some fan art for Exalted.
And
But, like,
have you
pants?
seen the
Mm.
pants that she was doing for, was it December? There was one month where everyone was drawing.
Oh,
She was
yes.
drawing on pants.
Cheeks, post this immediately.
But I don't know
mean,
if
you probably
she's
did, but,
done.
like,
They're coming along, she
damn it.
said.
Yeah, the internet basically exploded today, so is it any wonder?
Ugh.
For once,
Yeah.
Capcast internet is cooperating.
My stream
no one
looks
else
dandy.
is.
Australia's just like steals the internet. They're like, now I'll
Ah.
show you.
They just like
Yeah.
pulled on all of the cables. It's like
So
pulling on
that
a blanket.
explains it.
It's a fiber optics.
Wait, can-
So that explains why we're getting API errors. It explains why people can't refresh. It explains why everything's going to hell.
Yep, Doctor Who.
Oh yes, Cheeks. Cheeks, I just want to get a sense.
Mr. B, I'm the exact same way.
Ugh, I hate it.
All tabs open all the time.
Ugh.
Oh,
It's
have you
getting serious.
It's
changed your?
it's going. I'm just putting my headphones back so I feel better about myself and everything else.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, doctors can be women now.
Yay.
Women can be doctors. Yay.
oh, no quote.
Mm.
I believe you can still add quotes.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't get them.
Oh, what happens if we need to reference all of the dirty ones? I'm very confused.
And we'll just keep talking and living our lives normally, and more will create themselves.
Oh
Do we
boy.
do that? Oh boy. Excellent.
Quite disturbed. Oh, I'm glad that
He tagged us too. 'Cause she's
Coming
a
up,
good
cheeks.
I'm
person.
glad that I'm so disturbing. Anyway,
Yes. Yes.
so
Tank and an eye patch and a pork bun and an arrow and a spear.
Shoot.
what are you guys doing now?
What? Getting distracted.
Cheeks tweeted the picture of her pants.
Nice. Ruh-roh.
Oh, hey there. I guess.
Thank you, Crosshair.
Yay.
I like how there are pork buns
Buns for
on
buns.
your pants. Oh no. Now quotes don't work either. Everything's going to hell.
Better
So
not
with that
be-
being said, how about we play a game?
Yay!
As long as everything's going to hell.
Let's join them. Blessed Isle. Instead, we just point the
Let's
ship
do it.
straight down. We've been to
Back to the
Yushan.
underworld.
Time to go to the other place.
Going to hell. It's a thing.
The one.
I don't really have much to tell you at this point. I feel like after 55 sessions, you should know already everything that you need to know. You should know that where you're going is dangerous, but that you three are up to it. You should know that your allies are with you as long as none of them are also trying to betray you. And you should know that you have to expect everything now. This is the Blessed Isle. And if there's one thing that I can tell you about the Blessed Isle, it's that it doesn't mess around. Remember, though, that not everyone here is necessarily against you. Not truly. Not in their heart. Just simply years upon years of conditioning to think of you as literally the worst possible thing that could ever happen to creation. No pressure. But now's the time to seize it, embrace it, move forward. The first thing that's clear, by the way, following your visit to Nexus, is that Ember and Exquisite Tide spend about an hour talking outside. It starts with the two of them standing and ends with the two of them sitting together on a bench. There's still nothing overly familiar. You would have never guessed that these two have been technically married at one point. But when he comes back, Exquisite Tide doesn't follow. And there's no sign of the tightness across his shoulder muscles that Ray would notice when Ember was feeling distraught or tense. But I need to ask the three of you if you have anything left to do in Nexus for now.
So we have to pick up our clothes.
I think we have them.
I'm obviously buying more pork buns for the road. Goes without saying.
Yay, verily.
Yay,
Verily.
Yay.
Just a metric shit ton.
No, I want to find a moment with these two and all fates, but that can wait till we're back on the airship.
Saying bye to my dad and Tide. And Totes.
Well, yeah, I want to make sure that Alvor and Totes and Tyla and Exquisite Tide are all settling in. Well, they all know the cities.
Funnily enough, Tyla doesn't have time to see you.
You tell her to make time to see. I'm kidding. What is she doing? I'm not jealous.
Oh, she's meeting with some representatives from the various merchant guilds along the waterfront. She'll be there for quite some time. It's a dinner engagement. Dinner and dancing engagement.
She used you for your city.
Dinner and dancing. It sounds like a wonderful time.
Oh, she's been very effective at making sure things go smoothly.
She's always been a smooth one. Just to let her know that I was here and that I will see her again. Yeah, that's it.
But you're not mad.
Do you want me to be mad?
You mad, bro? Guess not.
Anything you're doing, Val, or are we heading to the airship?
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship!
Val's doing CrossFit.
Yes!
Gotta get in shape. Gotta be fit for the gala. Have fun.
Strength 5.
Yep.
So
Dex 4, stamina 3.
you're pretty good.
No, she needs more stamina to keep up with Speaks of Silence.
Oh my. Oh my.
So you're heading back to the airship then with all of your loot?
New gear. Yeah.
My new armor. Yeah.
That's right.
I have a reinforced buff jacket that would be of the style, one of the buff style, by House Tuppet.
Very nice.
Same stats, different look.
We're getting there, Aaron. Jeez Louise, man. Yeah.
When you return to the airship, it's been scrubbed down and repainted. The colors of House Tepet are flying high once again.
I hop on board.
Let's go.
I've got a box under my arm that I would not have had previously, and you're probably all.
Ooh, I recognize that box.
Oh, great question.
I don't know, how many boxes have you seen recently?
My
Aha!
eidetic memory, I remember all the boxes.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
So you can tell the difference between each box?
Maybe. It depends how unique the box is on the outside.
I mean, this box looks like it's been pretty well kept. It doesn't have any overt sort of like scuffs on it.
If we have a moment after we set off, I'd like to. This was pressed into my hands, and I should take it. And it was. It's intended for she who knows 10,000 things, but sent by. Yeah, it's intended by she who knows fortune.
Who gave it to you?
Strange man on the street. I know my mother always told me never to accept gifts from strangers.
But you did, because you're you.
Just invest free stuff, yeah. Money.
It seemed to be a front for something.
If it's intended for she knows 10,000 things, I think all fates might know something about it.
I imagine so. So, why don't we take a look when All Fates is available? I'm gonna snag her.
She's not on the ship yet.
Okay.
We make sure the ship does not leave without her being on board.
Holy shit! Can you imagine we have to
Wait.
Wait.
Eh,
Just like trying to call.
saved you, brought you back to life. We've done enough for you.
Peace.
If you're gonna ask her about it, just be aware that it could be very painful for her to
I
be reminded.
wasn't sure what it was before I opened it because it's not clear for whom it was given to me. What am I supposed to? I think the contents are important enough that I'm gonna risk maybe upsetting her a little bit.
So, like, the key to the secret entrance to the Jade Palace. Oh,
You know, I haven't seen that yet. Although that would be pretty good.
could do with one of those.
Actually, you know what? Let's maybe Speaks of Silence could be useful as well when we're taking a look through this. Does that?
I've never
Okay.
been useful before.
Oh, how long have you been there? Speaks of Silence. I'm not sure if you'd be familiar with the contents of this, but we're waiting for All Fates to take a look.
I've never seen this box in my life, and I never forget a box.
Jorek's like stifling saying anything.
I don't understand why that's funny.
What makes boxes so unforgettable for you?
Oh,
I have finely tuned senses.
Sure.
Valeria, I know how boxes look, but also how they feel, how they smell. They have a weight to them, and their contents are rarely a mystery to me.
I do suppose you've done some important work with.
so say it, Val.
Packages.
Say it. Say it.
Packages.
Yep, packages.
Why, Jorek? Is that a new box? Did someone give you one?
Yes. I like lower my voice for no real reason. I just kind of, it's a secret, I guess. You know, I think it I think it was intended for she who knows 10,000 things. So if it, I assume All Fates would be the person to take a look. And having...
I've never seen her box before.
Right.
So,
May I... Are you going to keep it closed, or have you already opened it and plumbed the depths?
do you have any idea where all fates may have gone? Any of you?
No.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
Since it's her box.
I have, because of course it wasn't given to me with the knowledge that it belonged to somebody else. So I did take a look inside, and
Jorek,
the content.
I can tell you very, very, very carefully. There isn't a box that I can't get to.
And with that,
There isn't
I
a
like-
box whose secrets I can't unlock.
you want to try me?
Does a palace count as box?
Does who count as box?
A palace?
Val makes a good point.
An Imperial manse, maybe?
We're going to have some serious work to be done.
So what? We get to this city. We find this
Find our
manse.
manse.
I'll go to a party.
And then
Well,
we
it's a
figure
cover.
out when and where Ember needs to give a speech. Then we take over the world or something.
The having
Sounds good.
announcing whatever it is that Ember is going to choose to announce.
We don't even know what he's supposed to say.
I think he'll know when the time comes. I know that sounds really vague, but I believe it. I believe that Ember will know what to say, what's in his heart, and what creation needs to hear. And when he does, the way to the manse should open. The Imperial manse, the other one.
The other one.
No.
Right.
It'll
'Cause
be
there are two.
heresy. It'll be a challenge.
There's more than two.
More than
All Fates Saved gets on the ship. She's holding a bundle of papers sandwiched between two thick slabs of cardboard and wrapped with twine.
You got a motion for her to come over if she's not heading off somewhere else.
Hi.
Did you find what you needed, All Fates?
Yes. I decided I wanted to keep a log. And she unwraps the twine and opens it up, and inside you can see that there's a painting of the ziggurat. The ink is, it's dry, but this has clearly been made today.
All Fates, I didn't know you were such an artist.
I wanted to make sure that when I find her again, she knows where I've been. Is that
She'll know.
strange?
No.
No, it's beautiful.
You found someone you want to share everything with.
I think there may be something you wanted to give her
That's
that
my box.
Yes. All Fates, I don't know if we need to go down below decks, but someone
What are
gave
you
this to me.
doing with my box?
Someone gave this to me. It was addressed to
Yes.
and I pass it to her.
She holds up one hand. I gave that away. For safekeeping for her to find.
for some reason it's come to Jorek. Someone delivered it to him.
It was shortly before I died. It never
How
made
is
its
that?
way to her.
First time.
She loves chocolate. The ship takes off, by the way.
Well,
Ember's on board as well.
No.
Assuming?
Yes, he came.
can you imagine?
Excuse me.
I could try to give the speech from here. It's not going to be as good.
No, he's just gonna do flame jets. He's gonna be
Oh shit!
He's not a Zula.
Iron Man's also
Friggin-
yes.
Yes, it was one, yes.
Yes he is. Now he is.
Okay, but that doesn't explain how this ended up with Jorek.
I don't like the tone.
I'm just saying, who
Whoever-
ordered this person to deliver it to
Whoever
you?
was keeping it for all these years, for some reason, decided it needed to get into Jorek's hands today. It's not like Jorek wasn't here beforehand.
Sounds like a sidereal might have something to do with it.
And whatever it is, fates have been written. I just assume there's a reason for it. So,
All Fates.
Yes.
I want to know more about. There's a letter in here addressed to her. And there are some other artifacts that look like they might have a lot of power, and I need to know where you got these. I'm like very excited.
Or at least, if
Now she takes the box.
they're items of power, perhaps they've been given back to us because we need them.
I sure hope so.
May I look at these in private?
Absolutely.
And she goes below decks.
I didn't steal anything.
Yeah, we rifled through her box.
Look, I didn't know it was addressed to her. I didn't know it was hers. I didn't know anything.
So
I have
you
to
just
tell
make it a habit of going into any box you can get a hold of, Jorek, is
What's
what
in the
I'm
box,
hearing.
Jorek? What's in the box?
What's in the
What's in the
box?
box?
In addition to some personal effects that I assume belong to all fates, there are gloves that match this, and at that I pull out Sewell's diary, like very carefully, and sort of show
That's the first stage.
and schematics for a war strider.
What's that?
Val,
Okay.
you would know what a war strider was.
Yeah.
Badass.
Mechanical device that you can operate kind of like,
A suit of armor.
yeah,
almost.
but like bigger.
Imagine standing inside a large metal suit that you can move as if it were your own body.
And you can
Like-
hit shit with it?
Bigger, yes.
Yeah.
Like
Ray's just like, gotta get my hands on it, gotta get my
I
hands
Monster
want 5.
Well, they're first stage artifacts, and I assume that most of them were locked away by the Scarlet
So let's
Empress.
build one. You said you have the instructions.
okay, do you know anything about making complex machines? Because I know I don't.
No, but Jorek did weapon stuff, so he would know.
This is far beyond my capabilities as a...
These
Speaks
are
of
wonders
silence
of the
and
first
everything.
stage. Like, the technology to build war striders have been lost.
I know, she's being an idiot.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that Val knows.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Speaks of Silence can do a lot of things, but I think she's specialized more in the sneaky spy stuff. Than
She's pretty hands-on to me.
Running over that, the glove.
Speaks of Silence, like, walks over, turns Val around, and just plants one on her, dipping her slightly. Then letting her stand up. I'm sorry, I interrupted. You were saying that I could do anything?
Well, could you build a giant death
War
armor
Strider?
suit
War
if
Strider?
we had the pictures?
This isn't the first stage. No one can.
My hope is that the gloves are the controls for one that already exists. Possibly somewhere where we're going, which is why it would have been returned to us.
So let's find it.
Exactly. Well, it's not on the ship, so you're gonna have to wait.
It might be in our War Mance, though.
That's,
War Strider, War Mance. Maybe the whole Mance is a
War
giant
Zone.
one.
That's intelligent.
Okay, that's
540
getting
bucks.
way too excited. Now I'm getting carried away.
Let's do it.
And we'll see whether it's a punching one or some other specialty. I believe they made a sort of assortment of functions for War Striders. So if it's punchy, you should definitely pilot it. If it's ranged, you should be for it. And if it's weapony, I guess I should use it.
Perfect.
And if it's sneaky, which I'll admit I don't think I can't picture something so large and metallic being sneaky. But if it is, all fate should pilot it. So we'll see. Let's see what it's like.
War striders, airships.
Well-
the sky.
I guess until we get there, I'm gonna practice my low realm.
Yep.
What
I'm
do
free
you
to
mean?
practice whenever you
Grab
want.
the book.
What's going on?
Keep learning.
Ray, insert full name here.
You never asked.
Ray.
You've always just been Ray to me.
Oh,
right?
very tepid.
Uh,
Speaks of Silence just winces and looks like she just sucked on a lemon.
Did you?
Oh, sure.
Ray, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, Jorek.
Let me know how it comes along, and if you ever want someone to chat with, I happen to know Low Realm as well, so let me know.
Mr. Peanuts.
Yeah, if I ever need a sass off, buddy, Jorek, I know where to find you.
I was just offering something sincerely and freely.
So, Jorek, since you're apparently going to be speaking for me when we're on the Blessed Isle, what's our story?
Elaborate crafted story.
Yep, insert elaborately
And
crafted story here.
Here.
And
No, we're...
story montage.
I think that you are the guardian of our young up-and-comer here, who is due to exalt soon.
As a dragon blooded.
As a dragon blood, as a terrestrial exalted into House Tepet. You are, as her guardian, very aloof, very distant, trying to teach her some of the courtly etiquette that she'll need, which she has not learned yet, but she's trying really hard.
Hold your fork like this.
Fork?
You push your food onto
Fork?
the back of the fork and then lift it to your mouth.
Sounds like
Rather
a
than just,
shit
like,
ton of work
stabbing it
and
and
waste
jamming it,
of my
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
But fine.
So that's fine. That's our excuse for being at gala.
Yeah, maybe they'll have finger food. And I have been a loyal servant of the house for many years. And
As the ship
Tepet
flies away from Nexus, by the way, behind you, you can see fireworks.
Oh, yay!
I'm going
But-
to look.
But the fireworks they're not in many different colors as normally you would expect. They are very specifically in the color of yellow, red, pinks, hues of the sun.
Nice.
A little glow of sunlight shines back towards Nexus from the ship flying away. And I dismiss it. Ding ding. Ding 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 ding.
It's really sweet, actually.
Do you have anything else that you need to take care of before you reach the Blessed Isle?
I guess I just need to check in with All Fates when she's done
Yep.
having a moment.
I'm not panicking, you're panicking.
I'm not panicking.
I'm totally prepared. Nope, Val has accepted that they can't prepare because the unexpected is always what happens.
That sounds about right.
My memories from this time are still hazy. But I think things will be made clear when we arrive. It is a manse of war. And I remember that it was unexpected how to achieve its entrance. In opposition, one moves forward.
Right. Yes, there's something like that in Sewell's diary as well. I have it actually written down because I'm. Yep.
Jorek, want you to taste some of this chocolate with me.
If you want me to, I will.
I will find better chocolate for her. I'm worried it will melt.
It hasn't yet. But I sit.
She would want us to make sure that we were well fed.
I reached out some cupped hands.
She pulls out a chair for you, and then she makes sure that she moves her chair over so that it's close enough to touch. And when she sits down and she hands you the chocolate, she leans on your shoulder just a little bit. Not in any kind of sultry, I'm coming onto you way, just
Awesome.
to let you support her weight slightly.
I put my arm around her and reach out to see if she's going to offer some of this chocolate.
Why the pause before chocolate, Scott?
There's obviously a lot of importance on it, John. That's how you make something sound really important.
Jorek has one friend.
One friend has been added to your inventory.
Jorek's like, what is the cash value of this?
The exact value of my friend.
Oh, this first stage chocolate. Yeah.
It's
Actually.
the value of one friendship. Anything else before you arrive?
Still learning to read and speak Low Realm. Still training Ember in combat.
I'm training her in Low Realm. I'm training Ember in delivering speeches, and continuing to sort of outline our plans with Jorek.
Yep.
We do the things.
I suppose any extra time is spent chatting with Crest Exalted about House Tepet and Arjuf and anything that we should be expecting.
That's
Great.
a good idea. Bone up on our lore.
It's like you've been reading books or something.
Weird.
First, Ember has a question. After the speech, as I understand it, they'll listen, but they may not like what they hear.
Hmm.
So, do I run?
I mean, we'll all be there with you, unless for some reason you think it'd be better otherwise, in which case we'll be just out of sight of the crowds, but close enough to you, so you aren't going to be alone. But I'm hoping it'll become clear to us what we need to say. Other than, hey, things are about to change. So get ready. Follow us or get lost behind.
That's presence 5 for you.
Presence, not speech writing 5. It's
Got it.
presence 5. It all
Nailed
just
it.
happens naturally, right? Instinct.
Crest Exultant, at one point, shows that there's a false bottom to one of his drawers and pulls out a drink which he claims doesn't have a name. But it tastes like someone took the essence of sweetness and removed all of that sickly part of it and turned all of that sickly part of it into pure alcohol. So it tastes like... It almost tastes like candy, but not like a fireball. It more tastes just very sweet and pleasant. But one shot of this is enough to start, doing some serious work.
I'm not there. I'm just nodding.
You're not there?
I don't know.
I
Seriously.
just sort of assumed Ray was the one
Oh.
drinking with the captain.
Cool. I thought we all
With
would have
your
gone because it was such a great
Ultra
idea.
stomach.
That is a great idea.
Let's all get wrecked.
No, we're gonna absorb it via osmosis.
Burn it off in the sunlight that is our being.
Wow.
All right. So I'm going to assume that at this point you are on the Blessed Isle.
Woo!
It doesn't take very long. A few days at most. And one of the weird parts about flying over the Blessed Isle, once you've actually made landfall, is how this place doesn't feel different from any other. I mean, sure, its climate is slightly odd. Its geography might be unfamiliar, but there's no wall surrounding the island that says Solars stay out. There's no indication that this is a place inhospitable to you. It's just another place where people live. Where do you want to head?
Just outside the city, was it north? South? What direction?
I don't know if it was sort of stated, but Arjuf is right on the coast, right on the water.
Matt's a bit outside of it. Rocks shifting against each other, opening a mouth on a hilltop.
I guess if it's kind of clear what the geography around Arjuf is, or if Speaks of Silence or All Fates have an idea,
Mm-hmm.
I'd suggest we put down outside of the city, unless, Captain, you think that it's a good idea for us to bluff our way in.
I don't really know if you need to bluff your way in. Arjuf isn't going to keep you out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a tepid ship.
We can, yes. We're not headed into Arjuf, though.
Not
The
yet.
goal is outside the city.
Mountains closer to the Imperial Manse. This is my notes. I'm trying to piece it all together. So it's a hill, not mountains. Is there a hilly section outside of Arjuf as we're approaching it?
Yes,
Let's
it's to its
step down
north.
on that side of it.
I'm turning on my keen sight.
Perhaps atop the hill. If there's a large enough hilltop to settle on.
Okay, so your keen sight is on.
Yep. And it will stay on until I deactivate it. I'm making
Sure. The town or the city of Arjuf seems relatively peaceful, but it's a lot more orderly. If Nexus is a city that's sprawled out of control as it started to grow richer and richer, Twitch support, yeah, thanks. This is a city immaculately planned. It's also not nearly as large.
So I'm kind of scanning the outskirts of the city.
Are you
Since
looking
it's not-
for... What are you looking for specifically?
Something that looks like what Val was describing. So she's looking for like a
Some
hilly
rocks
area.
atop a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest maybe a cliff face
Yep.
of some kind, or right?
Absolutely.
Let's roll a die of luck.
Ooh. Liz? Or do you want me to do it?
Well, I just
You
want
don't
to. I
me
just
do
want to
it.
make sure that
Oh.
my sight buff is getting something. So reduce difficulty. There's no smoke or fog. Gain +2 dice to notice hidden people or devices.
There's a die of luck, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just checking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's a 9.
So as you're going through, one of the things that I'll point out is that at the moment it doesn't look like there's anybody in the hill area around you. As the ship gets closer, Ray, you notice that there's a tree that seems slightly different than the others. Its bark has some discoloration on it that the other trees do not have.
There's a tree down there that might be something, might be nothing, but I think we should check it out.
It's as good a place to set down as any. And then we can, if we're quick enough, we can make it seem as though we just chose to park our airship here and make our way into town from this point.
The airship touches down, and Crest says, "They're going to notice that we're here. I'm going to head into the city and announce our presence. I'll see if there's any news that I can pick up while I'm there. I'll let the crew have shore leave. We'll keep a skeleton crew on board in case we have to beat a hasty retreat, but I think we should be okay for now."
Okay, sounds good.
Rain After Storms is paid up until next week. If you have to leave without me,
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. As we were approaching, I would have gotten into my tepet clothes and probably spent a bit of effort on my hair and makeup, trying to look like some important lady who maybe would fuss for a while upon landing before heading into town.
I got into my tepet clothes as well. Did not really put any effort into my face and threw my hair up into a bun and tied it with the ribbons that Tide gave me.
And I
Speaks
think
of
that
Silence
looks-
takes one look at your face and says, "Oh no.
Oh, yes.
No.
What, like every dragon-blooded wears makeup on their faces?
I
The
go
men
with
and the
face
women.
on.
Haven't you noticed that Ember wears makeup?
Excuse me? Oh, he's got some guy liner on?
Like,
Sit down."
just a little
And
bit of-
all she does is she gives you some small paint on your eyelids, and that's it.
Oh. Well, Ray, how do you feel?
I feel the same.
One of these days, Ray, let me have a look at you, and we'll figure out exactly how we might be able to. I don't know. Sometimes makeovers can be fun.
Pretty sure I'm hot as fuck, just the way I am, speaks of silence.
Yes, but you know, if you want to go to the fancy schmancy places,
When
I
did
didn't say you
I
weren't.
wanted that?
I didn't
Yeah,
say you weren't
fancy.
hot, Ray. I'm just saying that sometimes you polish the furniture.
Oh, you're having company.
huh?
As
So
someone who never had furniture, I can't relate.
The tree, by the way, Ray, when you get close, it is incredible that you even noticed it from the air, because it's almost impossible to notice from the ground. But higher up on the trunk, you see that there's some owl claw marks.
Do you think that was 10K?
could be
I
that
think it's a bit
you're
of a coincidence.
But it's
Eyes
the
are-
only tree that's showing them.
crazy good.
Yeah.
Are there any nests up there?
I start climbing the tree.
Whoop.
There's, you
So
know,
if you see some rocks on a hill that
What was the riddle?
wasn't really a
Riddle?
riddle so much. The instructions: reverse to go, forward for nothing. So
Wasn't that with
And
your
then there was
circle
another
shapes?
thing.
That's with your circle shapes for the machine, I think.
yeah, All Fate said something very similar.
Rocks
Recently.
shifting against each other, opening a mouth.
I climb up and just like sort of
A feeling of
sentimentally
warmth.
put my hand over the claw
Something
marks.
gripping her hand
So as you put your hand over the claw marks, nothing happens.
past the
But
entrance.
when you look past the claw marks to the tree, you see that the cliff face has these rocks that look like they've been there, worn there for quite some time, but it's almost like a blink and you miss it. But the moss growing on the rocks looks almost like a sword?
Guys, come on! And I start running towards the rock face.
So yeah, All Fate said something about like something feeling like something was holding her hand as they walked past the entrance.
Might have been
So
10K.
think about your. Okay, maybe. But pay attention to how your hands feel.
Mhm.
Feel for a second like someone's holding your hand. That might be the entrance.
So what does this moss that's there that isn't sort of natural? I don't have a follow-up for that. I just wanted to examine it more closely.
Looks like a sword.
Oh, a sword!
It
I heard a
from
sword. I
up
was
close, it actually just looks like moss.
How big are we talking?
Very big.
Oh shit.
Said it looked like a sword.
It
Where was
did.
the handle?
I go to where I thought the handle was.
Are we supposed to all put our hands on it like we did with the
Oh.
bowl?
Like that knob?
Yes, let's all put our hand on the knob.
I will. I'm also gonna.
All Fates.
I think it's probably time for a little. You're so excited. I'm gonna case the scene and see if I can perhaps uncover some more details about this rock face.
Detective Jorek. Anyway,
Yay!
Jorek.
I'm rolling it. Oh god, I don't have a full frame here. Here we go.
Oh, here.
Double nines. Thanks, Liz.
Damn it. Mr. Dicey
Okay.
Dice.
It's a lot of dice, though. I get a free. Anyway, 10.
Oh, sorry. You keep this.
I'd play the theme song, but we have things to do. We'll play the theme song later.
Done.
As you look around, you can tell that even though it has been decades, perhaps even a century, this is a place where people would have. You can see that there's sort of paths that lead up and to a place where people would stand side by side, facing the rock cliff.
What do your elf eyes see?
Well, it certainly looks like we all, like you said, are here side by side. And that's it for now.
Oh.
Through
okay.
opposition, we move forward.
Okay, so we should all stand in a line, stand next to each other, facing the rocks.
Perhaps. What does in opposition look like? Back to back?
Okay, hold up. Dawn, zenith, night, eclipse.
Mhm.
Do it. I like push people around so we're in that order. And I may end up swapping eclipse and night if that doesn't work the first way.
Jorek, for what it's worth,
Mm.
when two people, it's two people standing in front. Not one, not many, two.
Interesting.
Perhaps that was just the most common way that people would enter this place.
Or
Perhaps it was that only two people ever showed up here. But it wasn't a line, it was two.
Mhm. Looks like pairs, in fact. in opposition forward.
Night and day.
Yeah. And then I kind of, oh crap.
So All Fate Saved walks up and stands in front of the thing.
I go next to her.
Unless it's this one, but I
I don't
guess
know.
Dawn and Twilight would be opposites.
I really hope it has nothing to do with being both night and day.
Try.
Touching
So
the
you
rock
step
face
forward?
yields nothing.
Okay, I'll step forward next to her instead and touch the rock face. Nothing.
Jorek, you and I. If
Yeah.
not, I wonder whether it's lunar and solar. So you
Ooh,
and I try.
Ember, come here.
Ooh,
Okay.
that would be really
They
interesting.
oppose each other all the time.
So Ember walks up. And
If not,
what do
I'll
I
grab-
do?
Just stand here. Can I stand next to him?
That doesn't work. Mean speaks of silence.
So what do you do?
We both stand where he saw footprints and touch where the handle theoretically was.
Nothing.
Opposition. Turn to face each other. Turn back to each other.
Okay.
Patty cake.
All Fate Saved is thinking as hard as she can, as if like she can remember something about this, but it
Holding hands.
Take out your sword, Val,
Holding
Weapons.
hands with her.
and
Does it work?
attack me right here. And
Why would
I tap on the smash fist.
wait, whose hand are you holding, Valeria? I don't.
silences for now. She's the one who's next to me. And then I'm like, okay, let's try that all those combinations again, but holding hands.
Perfect.
Boop.
Still nothing.
Boop, boop.
It's a war manse.
Yeah.
I liked Ray's idea.
Fighting.
So these guys are.
Hit me, woman.
Bing.
So Valeria is attacking Ray.
I'll let you know. Here, I'll let you know if something happens.
Sounds
Just
good.
let us know if you hear anything that sounds.
Keep yelling. Here we go.
All right, let's see.
I poke at the manse. I use
In
my spear.
opposition, we move forward.
Boop, boop. Opposition, we move forward. So we oppose each other.
His eyes are still with us.
Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
High eyes alike.
Opposition.
Frankly, I don't like you.
I roll an intelligence check.
Sure.
4 successes.
Sorry.
This is a war manse.
Attack the rocks.
In opposition, we move forward.
Face off against each other. We fight each other.
Who are
Punch.
you opposing?
The Blessed Isle.
Right now, what are you trying to access?
The manse.
What kind of manse is it?
A war manse.
If you were trying to oppose and opposing each other isn't working,
Oppose. Commands. Oppose towards the city.
you're specifically working towards entering a war manse.
I punched the wall.
Oh.
And stab the wall with my spear.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, actually, you know what? Let's line up in 2 columns, like soldiers might try to enter a manse.
If attacking isn't working, and you know that you must oppose something,
I push on the wall.
Defensive postures.
Oh, yeah,
you
that
could
too.
defend against something as well, right? So you link arms and like lock down a formation. None of us have shields. Fuck. Like
what is the concept of this manse?
I mean, it's a place where we can plan and strategize and fight and store
Right.
our
Boil
armor,
it down to
yeah.
one word.
War.
Okay. So the concept of this manse is war. And you're trying to oppose something. But opposing each other isn't working.
I mean, we need to oppose our enemy, and we do not have one currently.
Interesting, Kung Fu Fenris. So peace would be the opposition of war. Holding hands in front of it didn't work. We can
Nope.
try again.
Shaking hands would be like a peace offering.
And the rocks rumble.
Oh, nice.
Didn't have to hold hands, had to shake hands. Fine.
To swing them back
I like
and forth.
kick the dirt.
You know what? I think we don't
But the
need that
rocks
many
just rumble. Nothing actually opens up.
balls.
Shake hands, shake hands.
I kiss Ember.
I think you
That'd
just
be
want
so
to do
funny.
that.
You can only
Okay.
get in by
And then the rocks rumble again. And this time, they iris outwards, forming a portal.
Ooh.
I'm glad we didn't have to go further than that.
It's like, okay, speaks of silence. They've all seen it anyway.
Oh, there we go.
It's true, we have.
They've seen everything.
Walked in on us.
But I've already seen everything. There you go.
Open war. Yay. Okay.
Hooray.
That only took us like,
Hey,
All
that was
day?
way less time than the other
yeah, that was
we tried to
literally an
get
entire
into.
session. So things that we are good at. Crafts, getting into manses.
Just like crowds.
I'd like to make
Prone.
a perception awareness check just to see if there's anything that might be creepy crawly evil in the manse.
Any creepy crawlies?
Little spiders scuttle out of the holes.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Someone is like, there are at least 2 people inside the manse already.
Okay, we're not alone. So let's just be really, really careful. I turn up my hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they got in.
I'm listening for breathing.
There's definitely 2 people breathing inside.
So it's not Roomba. Twice.
Do you want to go in and scout it out? Got it?
Unless all fate. Maybe. It's
I
just
don't-
a sneak.
We shouldn't split up again.
Let's go together. All fate's
Everyone shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let's
and
not
hold
announce our
very,
presence.
very quiet.
So we're gonna attempt a group
At least I'm in a
sneak
buff
check
jacket.
to get in. Try to enter without making as much sound as possible. Without making any sound is what I meant.
Yeah, we all creep into the manse.
And as you're creeping in, now would be a good time if any of you require a break.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Well, my brain just needs a break. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Kate.
Oh, it's Punchy. Get the shit out of there. You're already dead. Oh god.
That's actually a good. No, I feel like more enemies would survive Punchy if they learned to run away. My favorite moments in Skyrim and Vegas Punchy have been people being like, "Now I got you," after there's like 20 corpses strewn in front of her, and she's like, "Fuck yeah." Oh, we were locked in. Thank goodness you're here. Is it good?
Yeah.
Please.
Eat this sweet.
Yay. Hi guys. Hi John.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be playing, John. My head is not at the moment, but through the week, my head is like half in Changeling world and half in Endgame Exalted world, which make for some very interesting combo thoughts. That sounds about. Yes, John.
I believe
Oh, yeah.
that I may have just Lumafade is online.
Yay!
I was like, we just broken the whole
Dranks. The hell is this? This is like. So we have a Moscato for tonight's session where we were trying to be a little fancy. It tastes like friggin' pear cider or something, hey kid? Yeah, it tastes like a pear spritzer.
Great notes of grapefruit and lemon and yada yada blah blah. Talking about all its wonderful aromas and.
How do you hug something that small? Oh no.
It's Moscato. Oh, is it back?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're back.
Yay.
Back up.
Well done, John.
Ergwin, this might mean that you can access Twitch again. I don't know.
Let's find
Oh,
out.
sorry.
And maybe not.
Yeah.
Pear cider is good, except there's some pear cider that you can get at the Alamo Draft House that literally tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I like sweet things, but not that sweet.
I don't
If
want
I'm
to
like,
drink a Jolly Rancher.
yeah, that was like.
That
a
must
bit
be why
much.
she hangs out with you guys.
Aww. Wait, or is it that I don't like things that are too sweet?
Yeah. So we're like relatively sweet, I guess. Like we're okay.
It's okay. We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
shuffle seating order, so I don't have to beat you up all the time now.
Now we can all sing it together.
Oh, Ripley, I don't. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, you know what, buddy? I don't like you. There.
That was a
Ah,
tickle.
cute ad.
I'll fix it in post.
You're gonna hang out with Ella in the kitchen for now, okay?
Well, the box.
Well, this is awesome. I was honestly expecting that like Jorek would need to like have sex with the rock face in order for us to be let in. So I'm really glad it didn't come to that.
Two people stand side by side. There are two penis-shaped holes in the rock. They're
Uh-oh.
slightly too tall for you.
Oh no!
Get him
Stand
a-
on
get
something.
him a
Or someone
box.
has to lift him up while.
Oh, good. We still have this other one here.
No, I thought every guy knows about the whole like standing up on your toes.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Just saying, I'm
goodness.
glad it didn't come to that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a quit or quite or something.
Wow. Two penis-shaped holes.
Glory bits. Ew.
Oh no!
Oh my
Ugh.
god.
Filthy in there. Ugh.
What have we done?
We-
Boxes, floor mans.
I don't blame us.
Oh, I blame us entirely. I blame myself at least.
Yeah.
You want to
It's true. Right?
pretend to be Lou.
I'm better than this.
Did you add the quote about me speaking about the silence and packages?
Stay in there, cat.
Happy
Yay!
Molotov
Thank you,
killer?
Bunny.
Molotov.
Yep.
That
Happy
is
Kilmer doesn't need Molotov cocktails.
Definitely not. This is 600 quotes, folks. It's a lot of results.
Fabulous.
Isn't that exciting?
John, did you need to take a break? Take a breather?
No.
Refill your beverage.
No, he's freaking ready. Ready, steady,
Eats
go.
a cheesa.
Eats a cheese. It's a me. Cheese.
Are we ready?
I guess.
So Ray, you can see movement. This manse doesn't have quite so long a foyer as your other one. But you see some movement in the darkness. Shadows playing, because it isn't dark outside, so there's still sun coming in. But around a corner, you can see shadows moving. And when you listen, you can hear breathing and footsteps.
I mean, whoever it is doesn't sound like they're getting ready to ambush us. They're moving around.
Surprise party.
Surprise!
You've
been here for 800.
Yes.
Our Twilight and their lunar mate have been hiding out for 1,000 years.
Oh, that sounds great.
Weapons out.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Yeah, well, we've got these two in the front.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
I keep moving forward very quietly. Keeping on listening to see if there's any changes in the movement up ahead.
At one point, the shadows stop moving. The footsteps stop. There seems to just be waiting.
I'm still moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop again. Just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
When you go around the corner, you can see another one of the pedestals that you might have recognized from Jorek's manse. There's, instead of waterfalls here, just shimmering lights. Lights as if they are pouring down and filling into areas, but then the light sort of drains away, almost as if the light was liquid itself, but you can't hear it. And then standing in the middle of the manse itself, a table very similar to the one that you had there, only this one is elongated as opposed to circular. There are two people standing behind there. One of them is a man with a close-cropped beard and gray hair. His hands clasped behind his back, and he's dressed in a very simple shirt and pants that look like they're very well made, but not meant to be flashy in any way, shape, or form. There's a black belt tied around his waist and hanging loose. And standing next to him is Starlight Dove.
Classic! And they're both looking at us?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, I step forward.
I relax a little. Starlight Dove. Nice to see you again.
Hello, Valeria.
Oh, you've just heard my name and yours. Yeah, ring to the men.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were still talking to Starlight Dove, and she's like,
Nope.
you know what?
I'm Starlight Dove. Check
And yours?
the wiki.
He doesn't have a name. This is my husband. And he sheepishly gives a small wave of his hand.
I didn't know you were married.
He has no name.
He
You have
had
no
to give it
name.
up.
Well, what shall we call you?
I'm not allowed to have a name. I'm sorry. You can call me what you like, but I'm not allowed to express an interest myself.
I'm gonna call you Gray for now, if that's not offensive.
That's fine.
Something to call you.
But the instant that I start taking the appearance of a name, everyone forgets everything about me.
Interesting. Are you also like her then.
No. No, I'm a bit more elemental. A bit more basic than that.
So how long have you two been here? And were you waiting for us?
Yes. Yes, I am the chosen of the forgotten.
I'm gonna read intentions because that's how I do.
Mhm.
Looking for on Mr. the Chosen of the Forgotten. I'm interested in, well, I guess intimacies towards the Solar Exalted is probably the best way to do that.
Sure.
So, since you got here first, you want to show us around?
You'll have to forgive me, Valeria. I brought my husband here because there's no other way to access this manse.
Yeah, so we discovered. But I'm serious. It'd be nice to be shown around.
Jorek?
And 5.
He has... How would I put this?
Ooh.
How he feels about the Solar Exalted?
Yeah.
I will support my wife in any way I can.
It's really sweet. How do you
That's a
really
major
feel?
intimacy.
Okay. And I...
Fuck you, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking Kung Fu. I'm thinking that.
Starlight Dove, I think it's only fair to ask if one of us had invited you in here at some point in the past.
I have been a guest here before, yes.
So I'm going to start looking for rooms.
Patience, Valeria. I'll show you around.
With a lock like that, there must be a bunch of private rooms around.
The lock only means that you can't enter unless you're able to show genuine affection for someone else. You cannot enter this place with an enemy. And I have few friends left. And then she inclines her head towards Izalite, and Izalite looks a little frightened, but she... Frightened more like nervous, not like, oh shit! Like...
Oh shit, the cops! So... What brings you here?
I'm here to wish you well.
That's kind.
And to answer whatever I can, knowing that after today, I won't be able to help you.
Why not?
I'm relatively sure that I die in approximately 4 hours.
What? How?
Defending you.
Okay, well, we know to get ready.
That won't be necessary. It doesn't happen here. It happened about 3 weeks ago. I'm poisoned.
Oh,
Shit. Well, Valeria, can't you do something?
like, yeah, Val was already reaching for her
Dice. Medical supplies.
medical supplies, thank you.
the person you called Gray comes up and he puts his hands on Jorek's shoulders. I'm sorry about my daughter.
Yeah. You sure? Yep. That's
I
how
mean,
that,
you
yep,
should.
that's
You can confirm it.
Nope,
That
nope,
might be a
nope,
good idea.
That's 100% how that works. Yeah, that's
But
how
maybe
children
confirming
generally
it is a
work.
good idea, just in case there are other evil sidereals that kill us all. You know?
I am too. And I mean that. It was... I hope to never have to take the life of an Exalted if they can maybe come around to a better way of thinking.
The success is to diagnose it.
All right, so
I can't get it wrong, but
Yes.
it doesn't make me know everything.
Valeria,
Hmm?
Starlight Dove has been poisoned, but this is a poison that is awakened. It has the feel of essence moving through it, perhaps even a martial art. While Starlight Dove is physically okay, you can tell that there are blocks in various parts of her chakras, which will eventually cause her heart to stop beating. If you know the precise series of strikes that were used against her, you could try to reverse it. Otherwise, in whatever time is supposed to occur, those chakras will lock.
So what happened?
Basically, her vital essence is being choked and soon will be completely blocked off unless I know exactly how to reverse it.
Well, Starlight Dove, tell us what happened. Who did it? How?
It was about 3 weeks ago, outside the Imperial Manse. I've been carried where I could. I don't remember much. I do know, however, that the other sidereals will not bother you now.
So it was the sidereal that did this to you?
Yes.
One we haven't met yet.
Why?
I take out the orange jade arrow that I've been carrying with me, put it on the table. Well, I try to puzzle out how to fix this. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yes. That's been manufactured to try and stop you.
Well, it's only
Orange
managed to
jade
stop what comes to us.
does not attack the body. It attacks the mind.
Well, that would explain it. That was inside of Exquisite Tide for what seems like years. Based on how deep it was inside of her.
So the red crystal was triggering it somehow?
Or just making it worse.
The red crystal can be resisted. Not with this, though. That would make it impossible.
Great.
Well, who made it?
You know, where is it being
And
manufactured?
how can we take them down?
The person who made it is dead. Died a long time ago. But this was created in order to try and stop people from thinking that you should return. There isn't much orange jade left in the world.
How do we destroy it?
Put it back in my pouch.
Before Ray does something crazy.
It's much like any other metal. You can melt it down and alloy it with something else, destroying its essence.
Cool. We'll get to that. Add it to our to-do list.
So, Valeria, just because I was finishing this, but at the precise moment, that's when the chakras lock. They lock for long enough that the heart can't beat, and then the effect dissipates. After about 10 minutes, long enough that anybody should not be able to survive. Because the heart doesn't just beat, it locks. So it can't, like, blood cannot circulate.
Okay, so for about 4 hours, you said?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna have to find an excuse for me to still be here in 4 hours. I have to be here when it stops.
And then you'll be able to fix it?
In a way.
I've
It's a
made
bit
peace with
unorthodox,
this.
but it'll work.
I've made peace with this, Valeria. I don't... What's more
Well,
important
that's-
is making sure that you survive, that you move on.
No.
So give
Nobody
us-
else is dying because they were protecting
Give
us.
us all the information just in case this fails. As if you will meet your end.
The Bronze faction was attempting to make sure that you could not approach the Imperial Manse.
And you said was? That part of what you managed to stop?
That was before I killed them.
All of them.
There were 3.
So they had 3 people down there.
I can't imagine that they would have sent many more. Unfortunately, when you start gathering many Sidereal in one place, things start happening that we can't control.
So if they're all dead, first of all, how long is it going to take for word to get out?
That would be where my husband comes in.
I look over at him.
Then you'll make people forget.
And
that
he
they were ever
sheepishly, like, shrugs.
there. He has the power of forgetting.
Yeah. Okay, so now there isn't anyone guarding the manse.
Oh no,
There aren't
the,
any Bronze faction Sidereals guarding
Outside
the
the
manse.
manse.
the danger of the manse is inside, not out.
Defenses built into it. I'm sure you already know, but we believe that very soon we'll be able to open a path to it. We're going to head inside and take control.
Starlight Dove walks around the table and she reaches her hand out to Jorek. May I see her?
Yep. I remove Final Beat from my back and pass it over.
She has more lives to take. And hands it back to Jorek. But I'm glad that you have her instead of me.
Would you know if she was done?
I'd like to think so. But then again, the problem with making predictions and then getting them wrong means that no one believes you ever again.
Yeah, but I mean, fate can change.
She then
So-
steps over to Ray. And then she puts her hand out.
I'll take it.
She's not strong like you are. But she squeezes your hand tightly. I wish I knew which one of you it was, but that's clouded to me. And then she steps over to All Fates Saved, looks her up and down. One of you, I imagine, is the subject of that prophecy. Either one of you or one of them. It's going to be a race. Whoever manages to however it's supposed to go. I haven't figured it out.
We have the ability to hold an audience wrapped for a very short amount of time.
I know when you should use it.
When's that?
There's a young upstart who's going to attempt to brave the Imperial Manse. It's difficult enough to get the doors open. But once they are, that would be the chance that I think you would have to be able to walk in and then see if you can beat this man to the center.
Who is this young upstart? Thought I was the only young upstart in town.
You've met him before.
I'm gonna go with that Tepit commander from episode
25,
30
20,
whatever, yeah.
22, just after we lost Civilized, yeah.
Lord Biscuits? Yeah, is it Lord Biscuit? Is it someone of House Tepit?
Yes.
Yeah,
Great. And so, are we speaking to him? Are we speaking to the people before we go in? After he goes in? After we grab the manse?
That I don't know.
Somewhere around that time.
But I
Great.
know that you have access to something they don't. It's underneath us right now.
And I look down.
There's a floor. I'm getting some echo on my end. One sec.
Okie doke.
Okay. Yeah, that should be better.
I think the Morse Rider, or perhaps other wonderful tools of this manse. So, I mean, we could, be like, hey, someone's trying to break into the manse, we're gonna go stop them. Taha, believe in us. We will stop him.
Why would somebody be trying to break into the Imperial Manse if they were with House Tepit?
If
They're
What would
not
they be
trying to
after?
break in. He has
Or just-
permission to make the attempt.
the person
But
who's able
why?
to take control of the realm defense grid will control creation, much like the Scarlet
So
Empress.
they've
So this is a
basically
play for
chosen
power
him?
by Tepit?
I might even say it's a power play.
What if
Yep.
we present ourselves as better options to go forward than him?
Oh. You could be the young upstart instead of him.
Because fuck that guy.
The reason I
Whoever it
really
is.
like that plan, and this is going to sound awful, is while we're pitching you as a viable alternative, other people can be headed inside.
I don't want to be the distraction.
Wait, you want to get in there?
Yeah, I want to get in there.
Get up in them guts. One of you is going to have to take possession of this manse before you can access its treasures. Unfortunately, you'll have to take possession despite the fact it was not meant for you.
For whom was it built?
I believe his most recent incarnation's name was Quiet Word.
Damn it!
I think between us, one of us can take possession of this place. Perhaps the person who most embodies his values.
Speaks of silence, just looks over at Jorek. You could go for 2, be greedy. Why not?
I'm a little past that and speaks of silence. Thank you. And then I steal her wallet.
Oh my god!
Okay, guys, I get it.
Well, if someone were to try to take possession of the manse, what would they do?
She nods towards the pedestal.
What's on the pedestal?
The pedestal has a stone that looks like a beautifully carved piece of onyx.
Jorek's
Along-
just
Along with another tiara, which you may recognize from Jorek's forehead.
This fancy tiara needs a topper.
No, you can't
Needs a
have.
headband.
You can't
Have
double
two
team.
tiaras.
I have for my tat, man.
You have one eye. You can't have 2 tiaras.
I shove
bullshit.
it into my eyeball.
Oh
They're
my
not
God.
stackable, Jorek.
I mean, that's the
What?
perfect setting, right, for a Hearthstone? Gah!
It's true, you only have one slot for
You have
headgear.
headgear, you have ears, you have face, but you don't have 2 head slots.
I pick up the tiara and attempt to put it on my head.
Holy crap.
Well, there you go.
Boom!
Oh shit. It fuses to your skull. You become...
And I fucking die.
Come on,
No,
just fucking goes for it.
I
What?
don't think Ray should be the next person leading the next stage.
It's okay, this is just the war man's. We're good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure.
The floor starts to rumble,
Steel tiara in Ray's sleep.
and the table sinks into the ground. The pedestal as well. And then the floor splits and starts to move.
Oh shit.
It's 4 meters tall. Gleaming gold, silver, black. And as it rises up from the ground, you can see that it looks as if it was supposed to be just a giant person. But there's a place to sit. But it isn't quite sitting, it's a seat, but your legs dangled down into stirrups. Your hands push forward and there's a console in front of you.
Does it look like Diva's mech by any chance, John?
No,
That's what.
it's not
Fuck.
quite as stout.
All right.
Human-like. Rather than
Right.
two
You're right.
robot legs and tiny arms. No arms. Just much more like a Gundam or a...
And then when it rises up, you see that you hear this klaxon. And then it rises up, and you can see its legs and arms start to extend out so that now it's not 4 meters, but 10 in the
Whoa.
end, towering over you.
Holy.
Shit.
But it doesn't make a sound. Every joint has been oiled perfectly. Every bit of its metal shifts in perfect concert with the rest of itself.
Here you go.
Yep. Totally ask Kupona.
I think we all
Oh,
take this in.
I'm taking all the half seconds.
Yeah.
For this Morse drive.
Turn to all fades, and as we're all kind of looking up, and I look to all fades. Why were you sending these things away to 10K for safekeeping?
I only thought their size was exaggerated over the years.
It's bigger on the inside.
If there was anyone who I would trust to be able to create such a weapon, it is the one who I know more than anyone.
Well, hopefully we won't have use of more than one. And we'll only have to just barely use this one.
Are you kidding? We're using this thing all the time.
I mean, you can use it to help, like, when there's floods and, rock slides and things. Humanitarian acts once we've set the new order.
It is a tool for war. And I'm not advocating anything, but it is a tool, and if we need to use it, we have access to it. And I think we even have the controls for it.
Yeah.
I go over and I touch it.
When you touch it, you can hear inside your head what? I see. Not who I expected.
I think back. Were you expecting quiet word?
My creator's descendant? Unsure. The word does not fit. More of a soul cascade? Rebooting.
Who's this rebooting?
I take my hand off it for a second. So it talks.
It talk.
It talks. It's talking in my head.
I guess it may form a psychic link with the bearer or the...
Well, it was linked
rider?
to the one who created it, and then it recognizes that a soul is passed down,
Right.
solar after solar after solar. So he...
And it sinks back down so that its cockpit is now level with the ground.
So it was just rebooting itself. Maybe that means it's going to link to...
Let's just not
Whoever
kick it out
hops in.
for a joyride until we're ready, because no
Why
one's going to be
not?
able to ignore that.
I do agree. Unless...
I don't want it,
And
it's
then
so
you
pretty.
see a very tiny little speaker pop up inside the cockpit. Is this time?
Almost.
I bear a message.
State your message.
And then you hear a crackle. And then it's a different voice coming out, and it's a voice that you have heard before, but not. Something from beyond your own life. Hey guys, I managed to get it home. I am so hurt. It should self-repair. I know it will. I've managed to give it enough power so that it will and survive. But I might not. I've reason to believe that none of you are left. So, it looks like this message might be for our next time around, huh? I am so proud of all of you. And if I am indeed talking to the future, know that I'm proud of you now for getting here. It sucks out there, man. It sucks so hard. Oh, but it's all worth it. I think I saved 5 people on the way back here. And I know I can hear Soel saying 5 people isn't enough for one life, but it is. It always has been. If you guys know that you can get out there and make a difference, you might not agree with me. In fact, I don't even know if I'll agree with myself. But do something. This thing, it's meant to change the world. But I can't do that without you. That's why I rescued it. Because I think I'm done saving the world for a little while. But I'll be back. Hey, so you know, I managed to get all the weapon systems back online, so it's up to you which one of us goes around the next time. It doesn't have to just be me this time. I know that I'm not supposed to feel sad because I'll see you again. But I do. I don't like knowing that your bodies are out there somewhere. And I know that your essence will find another place to go. But it's not going to be the same. I just know it's more like meeting a new friend than catching up with an old one. Ow. Ugh. Treat him well. And he'll get you home. And then the speaker flips back out.
You mentioned weapon systems.
Weapon system demonstration.
Oh, God.
And
Abort.
it sinks back down.
Ray, if you want to pilot it, go for it. It seems like it can be used by any of us, so go for it.
Well, I'd love to try it, don't get me wrong, but I'd be kind of bummed if I was not getting to hop around and punch things. I am meteor of the heavens, after all.
We just have to maybe keep this in our back pocket until after we've tried to convince them that you're the up-and-comer of House Tebbit that gets to go inside the manse.
You think they'll buy it, Jorek?
I think they'll buy anything Jorek sells.
It's true!
Ray, why don't we see what this thing can do?
You want to try it?
I meant you.
No, I mean, do you want me to have it resume the test?
I mean, let's try.
Resume test.
And it rises up, and then one of its hands reaches out, and its hands wrap around a shaft of light, pulling back a sword. The sword glitters gold with silver and black offshoots through it. And then, as it swipes the sword through, the sword disappears. And then it comes back, and a glittering bow of essence appears instead in its hand, which it draws. And the arrow is easily the size of a person. When it lets go of the arrow fizzles before it gets a chance to leave the bow. And instead, it drops down, and its fists place themselves in front. And then abruptly shift, hands out, and forward. And then it presses its hands down and comes up, and through its hands float 7 on each side darts, still easily the size of a forearm. And then it closes its hands around them and then settles itself back down.
This is the coolest thing
It knows how to fight better than all of us combined.
I imagine it was built for that purpose.
Error.
Diagnose.
I cannot fight on my own.
Oh.
Guess gonna need a pilot.
Yeah! I'm so torn right now.
We just need to figure out how to try it in such a way that it doesn't draw attention. Is there some sort of sub-basement?
Yes. You are speaking of the hangar.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes.
And then it lays its hand out, flat, against the ground. In front of Valeria.
Palm up.
I
Get
step
on
up
them.
onto the palm.
The hand closes, squeezing the life out of Valeria as she pops like a red balloon.
Why does she have to be a Red Bull? Is it because she's
It's the, like, one of the most famous.
It closes just enough so that
videos.
you're steady, and then it pulls you down into the basement itself
Oh.
as it starts to sink.
I want to hop onto its head and go down.
Valeria, you can hear in your head,
Yep.
I require a pilot, for I cannot identify friend from foe. I am not nearly as capable, just flexible.
Seem to be very capable of many things, but we'll make sure you have a good pilot.
Do you have a name?
My name is Valeria. Intransigent, life defiant. And the one on your head is Ray,
Hello.
meteor of the heavens.
I am Spot.
Spot.
Spelt just like you think.
It's cute.
S-E-A-J-H-T.
My Q was silent.
Like, super solar powered.
It lays you down, and then you see lights appear, but these lights aren't made of fire. You hear the sizzle of energy going through them as each one of them explodes in a brilliant white light. all around inside an area about the size of a soccer pitch.
All right, Ray.
Surrounding on all of the walls, you see many different kinds of weapons. Tetsubos, weapons. Tetsubos, swords, short
Human
swords.
size?
They're all human-sized, yes.
I hop down and start like sprinting across the field.
Thank you, Spot. If you could bring me back up, I think I have a patient I need to attend to, but once I'm done, and in the meantime, I think Ray might want to.
This is so fucking cool!
Pilot, you.
Designated class, Valeria?
Class.
And the hand starts lifting up again.
Define class.
Former life.
I was once Finn.
Finn. Preferences set. And inside the saddle moves slightly, the controls shift and move, and you hear music. It's interesting music. It seems very percussive based, but not like stomp. It's a little more gentle than that.
I look forward to working with you in the future, Spot.
And it lays its hand down on the ground.
And I'm gonna try to get back upstairs because I want to be with Starlight Dove.
Mhm.
Well, that's what it's.
Yeah, great. I get on, take the lift, get off.
Hop on Spot.
Elevator. There we go. That's Spot's job. Just man's elevator.
Wow. We're gonna war Strider, and we're just like, could you bring me up again, Spot? Yes.
Starlight Dove turns to Eyes Alight and addresses her in a language, Jorek, that you can't speak. In fact, that you're not even familiar with. And Eyes Alight casts her eyes down and then folds her hands across, and Starlight Dove laughs. When she laughs, it's almost as if it echoes. She doesn't laugh very often. And then she turns. Jorek, it looks like you've made a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we all have. Isolight's been. I mean, she's been many things. No.
Limber.
No.
A comfort in dark times.
Yes. And honestly, it's nothing against you. It's nice to have a sidereal who can actually accompany us.
When you get to be as old as I am, you get certain responsibilities.
I hope I make it that far.
Oh, didn't you know?
You know what?
She tells you. Valeria, you're now back up.
Wow.
So there's a field-sized room down there. The machine calls itself Spot. On the left There's also a bunch of weapons, so we should definitely pick the best weapons before we head out.
They're not artifacts.
I don't know that. I haven't looked at them closely, and I don't know anything about crafts anyway.
Well done.
So we should definitely pick the best weapons.
No, that was Starlight Dove who says that to you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, maybe it's backups. And I've left Ray down there. I don't know if she's gonna need the gloves though. I'm gonna stay up here with Starlight Dove.
Oh my god! You just hear very distantly.
So, right, I think I'll maybe all fates you'd like to come down with me. We can see what the War Strider can do and see.
Seems
who
happy
would like to,
to let any of us pilot it as well. So maybe take turns and choose whoever's best suited as opposed to who's most enthusiastic. We should try to be logical about this.
I agree.
You believe that you can prevent my death, Valeria?
Yep. By causing it.
Oh, gas!
I see. And how would you intend to do that?
My understanding is that this poison or whatever chakram blocking spell, I don't know much in the way of sorcery or martial arts, I'll admit, but my understanding is that it will dissipate not too long after your heart locks up. So my intention is to stop your heart until it dissipates.
An interesting theory. I hadn't considered that.
So? For the tribe?
Come with me. And she starts pointing out doors to various rooms.
Ooh.
In this place, there are separate bedrooms.
To motion to link arms with her in a friendly way, but it's actually in a way to be able to keep a sense of her pulse. And if it starts feeling strained, I'm going to act.
And then she opens one of the doors, and inside you can see that there's a bed, the same kind of footlocker at the base of it. This one also has a wash basin. You intend to do this with your spear?
Yes. You helped me find that. So I suppose you know, at least in theory of its, thank you, abilities.
I didn't. I'm afraid I don't know everything, Valeria. I'm afraid I don't know most things.
Sometimes you give us that impression since we seem to have little gaps in our memory.
Will I bleed?
It will be a spear wound, but the damage will be nullified. So not exactly.
Well, you mustn't dirty one of the beds.
Is there no servant in this manse?
It would appear that that's a luxury only reserved for Jorek.
I can see that.
Dress me.
Well then. Is there any room in here you prefer? And would you like your husband to be with you?
He already left. And that's when you see him standing outside the door. And she looks right through him.
I've come to trust you, so I hope that we can trust that he'll not have left to tell people about us. Should we try to track him down?
No. No, we should make sure that this happens. And she pulls open and lowers her kimono around her so that her chest is exposed so that you don't have to actually stab through clothing. And then she puts her hand just a little too far over to the left. Not here. And she indicates a very small scar. This scar is important to me.
I'll work around it.
In case I don't make it, thank you.
Thank you. May have been times where I was frustrated with our interactions, but I'm taking no pleasure in this act, only in its hopeful end result. I hope that perhaps in the future we can be friends. Of a sort.
I said I don't have many friends left. I'm honored to count you among them.
Three, two.
What a bitch!
Ha! Okay, we can.
Her eyes
No, that's
grow.
how you give,
Her eyes go dead.
that's how you give shots to kids and everything.
What, you just like shoot her a couple of times just to be sure?
I take the spear out.
10 minutes in willpower. I was just checking the cost.
Oh, of course.
Gray shakes his head.
I look at him questioningly.
Thank you. I don't think that I would have been able to do that myself.
I'm glowy.
She doesn't remember what I look like half the time.
Must be an interesting and painful experience and existence.
I think it's to teach her humility. Half the time people don't remember her.
I probably won't remember you at some point. But I don't forget things. Perhaps that's why I was uneasy around her.
Now you'll remember me. I can't make you forget.
Me? My kind?
You. You know too much about creation itself. And that just means that it's hard for you to forget someone who causes so much forgetting.
Interesting. But now I've laid her down and sort of cradled her in my lap. Channeling my essence through her. Trying to seek out those locks and clear them, or at least know when they've cleared.
Do you know my daughter?
Velvet was your daughter?
Yeah.
We met briefly.
Sorry she was such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my fault, you know. I once told her that if she didn't want to listen to her mother, that she didn't have to. She could make her own choices. And I think she took that to an extreme.
Children rebel. And it's not like she's the only one on that side of the divide. At the same time, I think she had a lot in common with her mother.
Well, I best be going. Thankfully, you only need one person to leave. I'm awful grateful for you.
Hope this works and that you two can see each other again.
Hey. Come here for a second.
No. I'm sorry, but last time I left someone, things turned quite badly.
I just mean take the 3 steps closer to me.
Your daughter killed her friend.
Decapitated our friend, to be specific.
Straight up.
Okay, I move closer.
And he takes his thumb and he presses it onto your forehead. Just pushes. Hard enough. You know that coin trick?
Sort of.
Where like you press the coin hard enough into someone's forehead and then you pull it away and it feels like the coin's still there.
Yeah.
That's how hard he presses. And you can feel a small surge of essence. Just a small gift. Use it wisely. You only get one. Valeria, you now have the ability, by touching someone,
Oh my god.
as long as it's on exposed skin, to make them forget one thing that they've already known. So it could be as simple as, I made you forget what just happened,
Yep.
or I made you forget your own name.
Or your child's existence, or all kinds of crazy
You just
things.
have to
Yep.
state one
One
sentence, and that's how they forget.
Thank you. That's given me great insight into someone else who's been quite a mystery. Be well.
You too. And, don't bother saying my goodbyes. I don't need them remembering that I was here.
Cold.
That's cool. Mr.
Captain Ghost. That's his new name.
Yes!
Right?
And he leaves.
Yep.
Captain
He ghosts.
Ghost.
I assume it's single use.
All right, is there anything else that you guys need to accomplish at this point in time?
If it ever stops being thingy thing, I will fix her. I will unstab her.
Yeah, I guess Val's gonna try to.
If the chakras ever stop being
Locked. Yeah. Or
Gonna try to unstab Starlight. Ray and I and All Fates, if she's down, are gonna try to pilot the War Strider.
yeah.
All right, I need you to roll me your intelligence ride.
Yes, nailed it. I have some of that. Oh, sorry.
Kate,
Yep.
the chakras unblock themselves after a period of time. Your ministrations make this happen a little bit sooner.
Nice.
But her heart still stopped.
Because of my spear?
I would assume.
I will remove it.
Oh, I don't have any ride charms, so.
Oh, well,
Holy shit, that's your pool. You have ride charms?
right?
Damn, son.
No, it's a favorite.
Starlight Dove's eyes open up and she takes a deep, shuddering breath.
I close her kimono.
I have a message.
I pause my spear. Yes?
It's from Quiet Word.
Spear goes down. Cloak comes out.
He says, go get him.
Dick.
Thank you. Now would you like to lie in one of these nice beds? You've just overcome quite the
I should
attack.
sleep. And it's no sooner out of her mouth than she's just on the bed. Zzz.
That's definitely the sound of sleeping.
Logs, buddy-o.
And I will tuck her in, close the door. Make note of which of the many doors it was. Draw a little
There are
star
10 bedrooms.
in the ink that I've got. Start. And
Staying here a while, and I'll tell you one of the advantages of these rooms.
Mhm.
In these rooms, as long as someone is asleep, they cannot die.
Wow.
However, the instant they wake up, they can die. It's more like you can't be stabbed in your sleep.
Pretty badass.
I check all of the bedrooms.
They're all identical.
None of them has a person or a skeleton.
No. Ray,
Yes.
the hearthstone on your forehead,
Mm-hmm.
so it has an ability.
Ooh.
No tool can break in your hands.
I'm just gonna hand this over to
This is not.
Oh,
I make a mental note to give this to Val when I next see
So-
her.
No tool can break in your hands, and any tool that should work for a task but is not strong enough or not large enough or not small enough will work.
I was waiting for people to comment on the fact that Ember will like that. Thank you, chat, so that I didn't have to. Yikes.
Is this a thing with you guys, Chad? Is this a thing where, like, you know, like you touch a dick and you're like, oh, it broke. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Is this like a common thing that happens with you guys?
ridiculously strong. What if she's like just pumped her strength for a fight and forgets?
For
So you're saying that like bodybuilders could be like, yeah, oh, so many gains. Now it's time to jerk off. Oh my god.
double their strength
I'm stronger than
instantaneously.
any bodybuilder.
So you're used to doing this, and then suddenly you've got all the strength, so you do that.
oh my god, what the hell was
Make
that?
it
What
so
the hell
dry.
kind of jerk off motion is
I
this?
think it's so dry.
You know it's Ellie Kemper? We've already talked
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Okay, anyway.
Well, good god. I rolled 1 success on my intelligent ride roll.
I rolled 5.
So, fuck you, Joe. No, it's for the best.
Jorek.
I'm still on this whole like, so can you wear the tiara this time?
Yikes.
You know,
Because of before.
just I would, you know, it's not because I'm worried. I swear. Just I think it's hot. All right. So you get into the horse rider? Which one of you?
Thank you.
Well,
We both think really hard.
We
and
both
Jorek-
rolled. No, we both rolled. So I don't know if that means we're both gonna try.
Together.
I mean, you can both try.
All right, I'll try first.
You were so excited.
I
Jorek, what do you
know.
wanna take
So
that?
when you get into the console, you see that there are 5 Hearthstone slots. in there.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. 5 Hearthstone slots and 5 Hearthstones sitting inside.
I pick up one of them and
then immediately the whole War Strider just and it just slumps as if you killed it.
sorry, the Hearthstones are in the slots already?
Yes, they're in the slots.
Gotcha. That was my bad. I put it back in the slot.
Can't go back.
Rebooting.
Shit.
So, looking at the console in front of you, you see 8 circles. And then on the handles, you see 4 circles on one handle and 4 circles on the other.
What?
Your designs.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Well,
Like-
I think this dude must have given Sewell like.
Dude, there are a bunch of Jorek, there are a bunch of like drawings on this. It's a bunch of circles.
Ray finds herself unable to pilot the mech.
What the hell? No!
You
This
use the
fucking
gloves
sucks.
to. You know what? Come down. Let me just. I want to see if I can give it a try.
Damn it! Grumble, 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 grumble.
Oh boy. I'll pop the gloves on and head up myself as well because I'm curious whether I can manipulate the controls and the arms.
After Jorek takes a little bit to do so, the War Strider lifts itself up to its full height, and the bow reappears in its hand.
Pretty cool.
Shoot an arrow, Jorek!
So I'm gonna take. I don't like. This is all trial and error, buddy. But like, I'm gonna take my gloved hands and put them on the circles on the arms
Mm-hmm.
and make as if I was drawing a bow with them.
So a glittering essence arrow just pulls out and goes forward. And are you loosing the arrow?
I am, but at the ground.
Away from me!
Okay, so when you loose it at the ground, you hear it shing as it pierces down, and then you feel a rumble, and then the ground itself just erupts as the arrow explodes underneath.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Gradually, the ground resumes, and then after blinking 3 times, the floor is smooth again as it once was.
Jorek, see if you can make it like run. See if you can jump, Jorek.
I place my hands on the controls in front. I'm not sure what those do.
After about maybe 2 minutes, Jorek, you can take a comfortable running gait around the football arena. I mean,
Holy shit.
thing is, it only takes you about 7 steps to cross the entire
Yeah.
floor, but
Sweet. I run it back up to Ray, set it down. I can figure out how to get it to.
See, now, if you had botched, you would have run up to Ray. Everything would have worked just as you'd done it. You would have run up to Ray and then stepped on her.
Ray, you want to roll for? No, she can't. All right, she's just crushed.
Oh, I have an idea. Jorek, run to the far side of the field. I want to climb up onto the War Strider.
Do not phrase that as an order, but sure. Okay. All right. Oh my
All
god.
Fate saved
I'm
is
so
just
excited.
watching as this is happening.
All Fate saved. She's just like. What the fuck? Okay, so
No, she's actually smiling slightly.
I'm gonna let Ray do this, and then I have a question for her. But yeah, so I run down to the other end of the hangar.
And I'm like attempting to just hold on to the top of the War Strider, basically.
It's relatively easy to do.
Fabulous.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I want to climb into its hand. Say, see how far you can throw me!
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Are you gonna fastball special Ray? Is that what's happening?
So excited. You know what I
Think
do?
of the uses!
So I take it, try to close my hand around her, take two
She
steps
pops like a
back.
balloon. A red one.
Not again.
There goes Belle, there goes Ray. Just...
Okay.
Take 2 steps back and then sort of move forward, trying to throw or pitch with the War
Ray,
Strider.
are you doing anything to assist with this?
No, this is first like an experiment that I do not want to. I don't want to die.
You're not like monkey leaping out of the hand?
Sorry?
You're not like monkey leaping out of the hand as it moves forward?
I don't think we have enough room inside for that. But I'll try that outside later.
So he
That one.
successfully manages to throw you across the field.
Holy shit. So we clear the field. Like I
Oh,
get
yeah.
across.
Yeah, you actually land on the wall.
So excited.
Again! What else can we do? Jorek, jump!
I try to jump?
It's flexible enough to allow you to jump, but you admittedly don't have a lot of room above your head. So
Right.
you can jump a little bit. You get the feeling you could probably jump higher, but that's up to
pretty
you
ridiculous.
if you want to try.
I gotta say, I love it. Alright, well, I think this is definitely going to be a tool that we can really, if we ever need to, a tool we can really use.
Valeria,
A.
Mm-hmm.
eyes alight, approaches you.
Mm-hmm.
Is she all right?
Yes. Actually.
And she flings her arms around your neck and she gives you a really big hug.
I've cured Alvor's lungs. I've treated the wounded, but I feel like this is the first time I've truly brought someone back from certain death.
It's not going to be the last time.
I have been given the power I most hoped for in all my life. And I won't be able to do it for everyone, or in every context. But even if this is the only time, I think it's enough for me.
But Valeria, don't you understand? The purpose of being one of the Solar Exalted is not just to save, and it's not just to defeat. It's to inspire everyone else to follow your example. If you
Gonna
can't
do
heal
what?
everyone, maybe one day you'll inspire others to heal for you.
Don't you worry. I'm not done here. I have great plans for creation. The prophecy has set us to a position where we apparently have to decide the direction for it. So I might as well set it in a direction that inspires people to help one another. To spite enemy lines.
Oh, and Crest Exalted is outside.
Great, thank you. But Starlight does sleep. I think she's earned it.
She's sleeping or
To
is
be
she
honest,
dead?
I think I could use some sleep as well.
Take your pick. The one with the star she's in, but the rest are yours.
She heads off into a room and...
Eyes a light.
Yes?
Should I let Jorek know which room you're in?
And
would
she
you rather
blushes furiously.
Or would you rather be left to sleep?
If you knew what he was like, you'd go without sleep too. And she goes in one of the doors, and then she looks back. I'd love it if you could tell him. And then she closes it behind her.
Didn't John say that when you rolled?
I draw an
fine.
eye
Oh, no, you
on the
won't.
door. And then I head to the front door of the manse and hope that it magically opens for me.
Make out with my own hand. That's how that works,
I
right?
think that would War Strider's hand.
You do it like...
Yep.
I don't know.
When the door opens, you see Crest Exalted standing outside, kind of like... It looks like he had his hands against the door, and he takes a step back. Oh.
We tried that too. Seems you need to bring a lover to get in, so you'll have to go pick someone up in town.
Jesus.
Or just wait for us. Do you have news?
Weeks. Months.
I do.
Would you like to
They're going to
to
make the attempt on the manse tomorrow.
Great, just enough time to sleep.
Fuck the gala. We're going to the man.
Okay.
Excellent.
Are you going to sleep here, or do you want me to take you in the ship?
Pardon?
Are you sleeping here, or am I taking you in the ship?
Oh no, there's quite a few rooms here. If you'd like a change of room, we have 10. More than enough for us. It'd be nice to host you for a change. You've been kind enough to host us for so long.
Well, we'll see. Well, that's loud.
Oh shit, son. I can't. Damn it, God.
Then rest up. We're going to have to leave at first light tomorrow morning if we're going to get there in time.
All right, thank you.
I'll be on my ship.
If that's where you'd rather be.
It's where I belong.
All right. Thank you.
And he turns and he starts heading back to the ship.
And I set about looking for a kitchen.
There is a kitchen here. It's not nearly as well appointed as the first one in terms of like options. It's instead has
Stale biscuits.
it's designed for quantity.
What's that acronym for like military meals? There.
MRE,
Yeah, MREs.
meals ready to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it more like, military kitchen with like you can make?
It's more like MREs.
Okay. Great.
Coming back upstairs.
I'll
to
open
join
one and
Val.
see if they seem edible as I step outside.
I was just gonna make conversation. Do you think they maybe catch a standing army here at some time? Hence the non-artifact weapons?
Yeah, and kitchen isn't fancy, but it can certainly deal with a whole lot of cooking. There's 10 bedrooms. The one with the eye on it has your friend in it.
This makes sense.
And
No.
Tepicrest Exalted was just here. Apparently they're going to make their attempt on the manse tomorrow, so we're leaving at first light. How was it with the War Strider?
It was so cool!
Oh, hey, Ray.
This is for you. Dunk. Now tools don't break in your hand.
I like pick up random spatula.
Oh, not yet.
No, you need
it's
to-
not attuned to you.
No.
Wait.
Well, at least there are several more. Thank you. This is
Sorry, I meant
Keeps breaking
in approximately 8 hours, tools won't break in your hand.
Aw.
It's really funny. Oh my God, guys.
No pancakes for us.
So like, there's only one spatula.
Yeah, there's plenty, I'm sure.
I go off in the direction of the kitchen to put my pork buns away.
Sweet.
So, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we'll do our best to quickly convince them that we should be the ones who make the attempt.
Well, that the attempt should be open to participants, I think. Who can prove themselves.
Make it a contest.
But that we're totally Tepet, and that they can totally trust us to be taking it for the good of Tepet.
I think we can handle that.
And if not, I remember reading that the War Striders stood taller than some buildings in the top of Chiaroscuro, that despite all that, they could also scale down.
We saw it in its miniaturized form just now.
I wonder if we could get it small enough to put on the ship.
Yes, I think it would. I think it could.
And do you think it could withstand a jump down? Or some sort of emergency, we need this here now?
I do. And I'm hoping we won't have to fight in the Imperial City.
If we need to, we will.
In the Imperial Manse. Or just outside it. They've already set up bleachers, pennants. Innumerable people have been bribed to allow Tepet this chance. House Nemen has lent its entire force, keeping all the other houses at bay in anticipation of an event that might see the Scarlet Empress replaced. But all throughout their work, for the entire group that has been putting this together, along with fusspot logistics and cranky engineers, one girl has been standing, leaning even against the entrance, still closed. She's wrapped herself in what seemed to be just clothing so black that they don't merely absorb light, but swallow it. She does not look very old. But at least she knows, if all else fails, she can sing. And I think we'll end the session there.
Oh, Recream's a little goth girl.
Just like
She's
her
going
dad.
through her goth phase.
Just like her dad at his age. Her age. Jorek went through a goth phase. For sure.
Oh,
Moving towards the city now. The manse itself. A life saved. A machine awoken. We're going to need your plays of the game. We'll find out how our players have fared, what they've learned. Essence 5 carries a lot of responsibility. And the events of creation rush towards its finish. All this and more in John's Fancy Corner coming up in just a few moments.
Essence 5 carries a lot of responsibilities that these three are not.
We've always been very ill-equipped.
We've always been very good. Damn it. Wow, I took a lot of notes. I took so many notes.
I think I took 2 pages or a page and a half or something.
I wrote down on my page Twilight ? Name Gray, and then I like crossed it out
Because you're Rita.
Don't bother.
Oh, I love it. Oh yeah, here we can just cancel that. Oh yeah, classic.
Dick jokes, box jokes.
Makes sense. Theoretically.
What jokes?
What do you mean jokes?
Yeah.
Some people take a humorous approach to your art, John.
Unbreakable tools.
Hey ho.
Oh man.
I look forward to us attempting the perfect plan, it going to shit, and us having to fight several battle groups of Exalted.
That's why we have
That's why we have the Horse Rider
hanging out, just gonna jump in.
Actually, that'd be pretty. Sorry, I'm just imagining it
3-point
and
landing.
then someone back flipping into the seat or whatever.
Trust me. Cannot make the distance. You have to trust me.
Yes, I saw that in my kitchen earlier. I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing if we finish the, Yeah.
You gotta finish yours then. Jorek, toss me. I tend to agree with Grubermensch, actually. It was just a small moment, but I mean, we know Val, that's the thing, and I was kind of oh no.
Oh no. So, okay.
I'm gonna feed the cat.
Ugh. Is it the dick dude who gagged Val and is a gambler and was hanging out with it? Who do we think this young upstart is?
Gagged me.
This dude. Well, you've been gagged 3 times, first of all, bro. And second,
I'm not talking about my playtime with
it was
silence.
the douche in the Tepit army camp.
Oh yeah, you made me
He was wearing cutoffs or something, or maybe that's just what I imagine he was.
The play of the game. Voting is open. Love opens doors. Valeria kills Starlight Dove to life. Box is also a dirty word. And Jorek and Ray play action figures.
Jesu Cree. Us. They're next to the sink. Don't tell the elf. Yes, Aragorn.
Toss me.
Hello.
Toss me.
Oh, what were the 3 options? I missed it.
He asked to be tossed, not to be thrown.
Love opens
Love
doors.
opens doors. Valeria kills Starlight Dove to life. Box is also a dirty word.
Jorek and Ray play action figures.
Well, I feel like play of the game, right? The action that had the greatest effect on the direction of the session.
It's true. You should probably roll for limit because I undermined your authority by ordering a round in the Horse
I've
Rider.
been wanting to roll for limit for 6 sessions now, and I'm like,
Oh,
but I ended up helping Starlight Dove. John's like, no, you're not allowed to limit break again.
Damn it.
Or it'll happen in the Imperial Manse, and it'll be amazingly bad.
Ooh, 3 points of limit.
Okay.
For Scott.
That's not how it works.
That is not how that works.
That was amazing. Your dice really were hot tonight. Holy shit.
They were actually pretty good.
It's an 8, a 9, and a 7, dude.
No,
Jesus. Oh, careful about possibly flagging something for audio. It's Evanescent.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
I love that song.
I think we've played this one before anyway, so.
It's a Bring Me to Life, so that's letter B, so I've already gone through it in my rock band sing through.
Nice.
Yeah, guys, I don't... Like, deliberately undermining authority, to me, means I know what your station is, and I don't care. And I feel like Ray is being like, Jorek, we're friends, do this thing. She's like a kid sister. I know we're not different in age, really, but like, in that sense. There is a tie.
Yay!
Valeria kills Starlight. So all three of you get play of the game today.
Play of the game.
And you too, because you're the War Strider.
And Starlight Dove. I killed her to life.
So what did you learn today, Scott?
That is nice.
Give me a sec. Go back over all the things that happened here. Oh, I learned that I hate you.
For what reason?
She tells you the
Oh yeah,
was so good, John. I was just like, ah! No, I learned that Jorek is a little torn about who to support if there is going to be a quote-unquote race to the controls of the Realm Defense Grid. If there's more than one of the people from the circle going, I think he's a little torn about who he should throw his weight behind or if he should try to go for it himself.
How about you, Liz?
So one thing that Ray learned is that she might have more fun outside the War Strider than inside the War Strider.
Hey,
and I learned that Ray is actually not thinking big picture at all. She's like, a challenge, great, I'll just win it. And like, she's not thinking about what's going to happen afterwards.
it's all right.
And I can't wait to see where that leads her.
It's not a bad idea. It's a combat challenge. It's going to be awesome.
Kate?
Yeah, but then Val gets put in charge. It's
I mean,
worse.
tons of information, tons of learning this session for Val and for us about our manse and about things going on at the Blessed Isle. But the big takeaway for me is that an exigent gave me a power very similar to what Felicity gave me. So I wonder if Felicity is it an exigent? And if so, an exigent of who?
Ooh. Ooh. I like it. I'm going to come back to you.
Retiring Chaos Money questions forever or just for Exalted, the crosshair?
What? For Exalted.
Well,
so.
I assume there's going to be enough chaos to go around.
We all know the Circle will do a lot to see this thing done. But what is the one thing you absolutely won't do?
Val will not let Ray be the one who gets control of the final. I think Val is going to basically push to control the Imperial Manse.
Aragwen, I rest my case.
You'll be
Aragwen, I rest my
So I
case.
won't let anyone else get their hands on it.
Holy Fook. I'm loving it. Oh,
I mean, Angel of Nexus.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Fucking War Strider.
wait, what?
Or Speaks of Silence.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, anyone but the three of us.
It's your-
We suck.
Suck. Just someone with ride. It's a weird sound. Oh, I know what that is. That's fine. I would not. I mean, this is a bit. Oh shit! Put him back in the jail prison. Oh shit! All right. Jeez Louise. I don't think this is a bit obvious, I guess, but I don't think Jorek would be up for killing innocents in their pursuit of this, even in the pursuit of like the greater good. Hopefully that won't be the situation that comes up, that there won't be like an innocent person just somehow obstructing this goal. But I would like to think that at this point in time, he's... Oh my god, yeah. That's not what he's wants to do.
I think I'm in the same boat for Ray. But also, I mean, look, anything can happen, but I would like to say that Ray would not leave any of her circle mates to die if there's anything that she can do to save them. What happened with 10K has like cemented that in her mind.
Respect, man.
So some of us are still team players.
I will also say, Aragorn, I have no reason to believe that this race for the Realm Defense Grid is a team event.
Oh, I'm not going to leave any of my
the Scarlet
friends.
Empress went alone,
No, I know
right?
what I'm not going to do.
Assumed complete control.
Amazing.
What if we all lay hands on it at the same time? Like, I don't know. I guess we're gonna
Touch
find
the
it.
knob.
Touch the knob.
Hashtag touch
Touch
the
the
knob.
knob.
Tweet now.
This isn't RuPaul yet.
Yes.
Sashay away.
No, stop. We cannot do this.
Well, there are some interesting times ahead. I'm just looking forward to seeing how you guys manage to handle it. But we'll see. I know that there's going to be a few streams coming up this week. I also know that there's some streams that won't happen this week, and that there may be steel streams. But one thing that I will tell you is that there is a stream happening that you do not want to miss. Next RPG Clinic, which I believe will land on this Wednesday, I invite you to take a trip to the Repository of Secrets, where all of you, the audience, will get a chance to ask any questions that you so desire of any NPC in Exalted. The doors open. They're only open for a limited time. And while I warn you that not every NPC will give honest answers, they will answer.
Wow.
Monday, Scott?
2 p.m. tomorrow, guys. EDT through the month of July. I'm starting a new rural probe. It's Paul Prospero's Paranormal Probe.
Rural
in
probe.
northern Quebec. Yeah, that sounded nasty.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Get on up here, folks. It's gonna be fun.
Tuesday, I believe
Tuesday?
it's...
There is an event that evening, so we're gonna see if there's a hashtag steel
It's an
stream.
event. There's also some filming going on, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually know.
We'll see. Wednesday, he told us about the RPG Clinic.
Possibly
Thursday,
JT as well.
Big win. That's a big win.
probably JT with some VR. Thursday,
Probably
also
not
for
JT, actually. I think he's in Montreal, isn't he?
Well, yeah, that's what's filming on Tuesday. I don't know if that extends to Wednesday.
So we'll see. Thursday?
No idea. Daytime stream from me at some point, probably on Thursday. Details TBA. Friday.
Friday's punching.
Friday?
We last left off with our heroes in a sea of death claws.
Yep, I saw that.
Wow.
Scary. Very scary.
Killed like 4. I think there's another 25.
We're gonna take them all down.
And then Saturday, noon. BT stream,
Yes, I believe so.
Oh yeah.
3 to 5. More
3 to 5
Shadowrun.
more Shadowrun.
Sunday. Punchy
Oh
Book Club.
shit! Yes, Punchy Book Club was bumped up a week. Really hope everybody's gotten the message. Please
Tweet
spread it to as many people as possible, like a disease. And we're reading Old Man Logan, and we're chatting about it, and it's going to be super fun, and it's going to be from noon to 2 on Sunday on my channel with Kathy.
And then
And then after that, next Sunday, right back here, another session of Exalted. I am getting so conflicted about how many episodes are left. Excitement, but there's some sadness too. Hopefully you'll join us. Hopefully Twitch will cooperate with us this time around. As always, we have to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Echoes Through Song.
that's why it's the last one.
thanks to you guys, we managed to keep this stream going. Happy Cthulhu, if you've managed to get this far, thanks for your rewatch. And to all of you, subscribers, emotes coming as soon as Twitch lets me have them. I think that you'll be pleased. And otherwise, for you in the audience, we do this for you. Thank you for supporting us. If you're interested in Exalted, you can always go to theonyxpath.com, or you can find a downloadable PDF or print-on-demand version at drivethrurpg.com.
It's a beast.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.